midnight at a US airbase. For the Americans involved in the prisoner swap,
How you doing, sir?
this was journey's end. It had taken years.
It was great to get on that bus today and see a lot of, not just Americans and Germans, but Russian political prisoners. But I just spent a month in prison in Yekaterinburg, where there's a whole, basically everybody I sat with is a political prisoner.
It didn't feel real until we were flying over England. I'm a British citizen, Irish citizen, Canadian, and American. So as we came over England and I looked down, that's when it became real.
They cried freedom on the tarmac. It's a human story at its heart, and it's political.
My job is to make sure, number one, they don't get them. And if they do, we get them back. I don't buy this idea that you're going to let these people rot in jail because other people may be captured.
It was the split-screen prisoner swap. This was the scene in Moscow. From Vladimir Putin, there was a hug for the hitman, Vadim Krasikov, the assassin first off the plane. Then there was the Dulcev family, Russian spies in Slovenia who'd posed as Argentinians. Their children didn't know they were Russian, didn't speak the language, and didn't know who Putin was. He greeted them with the Spanish phrase, Buenas noches. In Germany, Vladimir Kara-Murza, a Russian-British national, told Sky News of a final exchange with his Russian minder.
He turned to me and said, "Look out the window, it's the last time you're seeing your motherland." And I turned to him. I think I laughed for the first time in a long time because I'm a historian by education. And I told him that not only do I feel, not only do I believe, I know that I will be back in Russia, that I will be back in my home country. And I told him, I think it's going to be much, much quicker than he could ever think.
And the Wall Street Journal, it had been the story they'd all wanted to write. Their journalist, Evan Gershkovich, was among the 16 released by Moscow.
The US, the UK, and other allies are already talking about a sort of common defense for cases like this, where if one of their citizens were taken arbitrarily, then there would be a much more fulsome response right when it happens. They need to remove the incentive for countries to do this.
This is us down here. Those last three, that's us.
They count their successes in freeing the falsely imprisoned. It is an ongoing work in progress. The worry ever present is the number that comes next. James Matthews, Sky News in Washington.